Hello, this is Abigail, and I'm the manager of e-learning at UCU. Welcome to our first seminar. This is an introduction video. I'm hoping that you all can watch it before we see each other in class or in session synchronously tomorrow at Thursday at 5 p.m. and then Saturday is your other option. So I want to simply introduce online interaction, which can be done both asynchronously and synchronously. We will be reviewing some of the key components of both asynchronous and synchronous online discussions. One of the main reasons we want to do online discussions, especially for a completely online course, is it fosters community. You want to be personable. You want to let your humanness show. You want to put your students at ease. And one of the ways to do that is you build community and you foster some belonging within your courses. You want to ensure that peers connect with each other and that they discuss the material with each other, because obviously a teacher can't do it all. Right out of the gates, what I usually do is a video kind of like this. I'm doing the things I mentioned, and then I'm also sensitizing students to their course and to the expectations, whether they're much or whether they're little. I often introduce every week or every major topic or module with a video that sensitizes students to the material and to my expectations for that particular module. So I don't usually start off with an apology, but currently I'm already committing a faux pas. I'm getting this video out way too late. I'm introducing way too late. I should have done this last week. So perhaps this is my first faux pas, or my first edition of not as I say, but not as I do, but as I say. So my apologies. We have had a very wild week or two, or maybe even month. There's been sickness in and out of my home like you can't believe. So we practically have a room at the Alan Galpin Clinic. And so if you're a prayer person, please don't think it's too much to pray for a foreigner like myself. We need prayers. We need you as colleagues to come around us and to befriend us and to be community with us and to pray your African prayers. I don't need now I lay me down to sleep prayers like the ones I brought with me. So I need African prayers for all of this sickness. So ultimately, be as vulnerable in your video as is appropriate, and then bring in faith and bring in prayer. Talk about Jesus and how he's changed your life, and how he's changed your content. Jesus changes everything. And it's best we talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, the rocks will cry out, as the scriptures say. So if you have brand new students, be especially careful to ease into their submissions and their coursework. And so that's what I'm doing currently. This is my first seminar with folks, and I want to not blow people away with the intensity. And if it's too light, let me know, and we'll bulk up for the next seminar. So some students may not even be in the course or in the system. So this easing in and providing a low stakes opportunity to interact, and some marks to hand out, maybe 5 points, maybe 10. That's a good way to figure out who's with you and who's not. And then you can either get the class rep to follow up, or you can follow up yourself. I know students often really appreciate when their instructor is interested in their engagement and wants to hear their whatever issues they're having, whether it's financial or otherwise. So if they're not engaged, follow up, email, message, trying to find out what's happening. So for the pre-work for this particular seminar, I have listed 3 materials. One article is really heavy, and the others are kind of light, and they're intentionally so that we can get to the work of doing the discussion forums, whether it's asynchronous, whether we're creating good prompts that are asynchronous, or whether they're for synchronous discussion. Joseph Owar is going to be joining us, and he's going to be showing us breakout sessions. And that will be interesting because that is a step in the direction that we should be going. We want interaction when we are seeing each other in Big Blue Button online. We don't want a whole lot of lecture. We want interaction. We want to use that community building space to do that. We can read on the side. We can read on our own. We can interact one-on-one with our instructor offline or with messaging. Those kinds of things are the things that we want to foster. So the other items I have listed in the materials folder, they are optional. There is a book, Jossie Bass instructional design book, or online teaching sort of book. And it covers a lot of the topics that we're going to be covering in these seminars. So I'm just going to make that available to you. The other item I'm going to make available to you is Joel Mazzaghese's forum discussions directives. Directives are very important when you're doing forum discussions and when you're setting up online discussion groups and breakout rooms. It's very important to be very specific about what your expectations are, and writing good directions are the key to some of that. So when we're highly organized, we get highly expectable results. So that is what we're going for. I'm hoping to see you tomorrow, Thursday, or Saturday. Please enjoy reading, and feel free to get a hold of me if you need to. Thank you. Bye.